all your friends and family. Gift happy all holiday season long, only at HSN.
Experience the beauty of truly inspired jewelry. Victoria Wick finds her inspiration everywhere.
My signature styles are things that are very architectural. I love vintage styles, things that are old and time-tested. At the same time, I like things that are very new, that is more contemporary, more clean and modern as well.
Victoria Wick, Monday on HSN.
You don't have to be a trained chef to cook a fantastic meal. The key to great cuisine starts with great ingredients, prepared in the simplest way possible. And when combined with the right kitchen solutions, cooking can be satisfying, creative and fun. I'm Curtis Stone, and I'm passionate about food.
Don't miss Holiday Cooking and Entertaining featuring Curtis Stone, tonight, exclusively on HSN.
Okay, so I've gone now from healthy solutions. Now we're going to get our home nice and clean and healthy. And one of the best ways to do it is to get it clean with Polti. Hey, if it's not Polti clean, then it's really not just clean. They have an awesome motto. This is an Italian-based company who designed a system unlike anyone else to give you the highest effectiveness when it comes to cleaning without chemicals, without detergents. And you're thinking, how does it work? Well, it works with the power of steam, which is unbelievable. So here's what we're going to be bringing you now from Polti. This is the Polti Handheld Steam Cleaner. And when it says easy, I mean, this is easy. I have to tell you, this is the first time we've had this back since August. So we've got it in stock for you now, free shipping and handling, to really get home that powerful steam output, which will transform your ordinary, everyday tap water, into steam, into a consistent steam for 15 minutes to get the grime, the crevices, the dirt, things that are hiding. You are going to get more thorough cleaning with this Polti than you ever imagined. This is now $20 savings this morning. You're saving almost $8 on that shipping as well. And hey, FlexPay is always my friend because it allows you to get it home and enjoy. And you're doing it for less than $20 to get home the Polti system with all of your attachments, which I want to show you down here for a second because it's really important. So when you think about cleaning, you're like, well, am I getting on the grill? Am I getting in between the toilet seat, around the faucet at the sink? You know, what are you cleaning and how are you getting it up? Polti is going to make it easy for hygienic, deep cleaning that we have right here. And plus, it's so lightweight. We're talking about 4 pounds, so you can take it from room to room, from space to space as you're doing all your cleaning. And we'll show you how to do it because Luca Puto's here, and I kid you not, this man's got more inventions and more solutions, and he's just, you're miraculous when it comes to clean. Mr. Clean is like your name.
Yeah.
Luke, Polti is a name that they said, we're going to change up the game a lot because we're going to design a system that's different.
Polti is synonymous with cleaning in Europe, okay? They literally, when I say they're synonymous, they literally invented steam cleaning. Franco Polti, the owner of the company, it's a family-owned business. He still runs the company. He invented steam cleaning, okay? So that's why you're getting a product here that is, everyone in Europe is using Polti cleaners no matter what they're doing. Now, you're getting an entire kit here to clean virtually every surface in your house. All you have to do, this is the unit right here I'm holding in my hands. You put water on the top right there. This is actually a internationally patented cap on this, so that you cannot get this cap off when it's under pressure. Okay, to activate it, you just press that trigger right there, and steam comes out the end. That's it. The steam that comes out of this is over 275 degrees. It's over 43 psi, pounds per square inch. That's more pressure that's in the tires on my truck. So you're getting a lot of pressure. Let me show you what that's going to do for you, though. Okay, I've got a block of ice in front of me here that's easily 1 inch thick. Okay, I'm going to take my Polti, I'm going to put it up against the back. Watch what this can do to this block of ice. In just seconds, that heat blows a hole right through that ice.
That was seconds.
Isn't that amazing? And that's both a combination of heat and pressure doing that too. And those are two of the elements you have to have when you're steam cleaning. You need heat, you need pressure, and you need moisture. We're getting all three of those with the Polti. Now, the reason the Polti can do that is this. Most of the products you're going to see out there in the market use these. And these are called heat exchangers, okay? And a heat exchanger basically is a little tube your water goes through and heats it up very quickly as it goes through that. Now, I want you to see, I took a cross-section of this off right there. The white stuff you see in that is calcium.
Okay.
That's what's going to happen when you have a heat exchanger. The calcium builds up it, and it clogs it, and it robs you of your pressure. But if you really want pressure, you need what you're going to buy today in our Polti, and that, my friends, is a steel boiler, okay? Look at this. Now, that's a cross-section of the boiler you're going to get.
That's serious business.
Well, and here's the deal, okay? With this little heat exchanger, all the pressure you're going to get is what goes through this little tube right there, okay? With yours in the Polti right now, this builds up the pressure inside a real boiler. So you're really getting the pressure to clean. Let's do some of that right now. Okay. Now, you're getting all kinds of attachments with your Polti this morning, okay? So what I'm going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is change my attachment here. I'm going to take off the lance that's on the end. And all you have to do that is you just give it a twist, and it pulls right off like that, okay?
Okay, that's
now,
easy.
Now I'm going to put on the hose attachment. Just put that on, and it clicks into place. Then I'm going to put the lance back on the end. Very simple. Everything, it's like a little erector set. Everything just fits in place, okay? Now, in front of us here, we have some nice tile and a backsplash, actually, but it's really nasty looking. There's all kinds of grease and grime and dirt on it. We've got a special tool right here that's made for grout, okay? This tool, if you notice, it has these little brushes on the end of it. See that? When I pull the trigger, steam comes right out between the brushes, okay? You've never seen anything like this. I've never seen a different brush like this. Watch this. I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to start scrubbing. I'm going up and down the grout line. And what's happening right now is the pressure from the steam at over 275 degrees is not just hitting the surface of the grout, it's literally getting into the grout, okay? Cleaning all that grease off of it. You're going to be amazed in a second, okay?
You know, that's kind of those hard-to-reach areas. You look at our tile bath, maybe the backsplash in your kitchen.
Look at this.
Whoa.
Look at the difference, though.
Whoa, that's a different color.
And look at all the garbage that just came off of that. All the grease, all the grime, all the dirt. And I did that with water, okay? Superheated steam. That's what it's going to do for you.
You know, you think about it. You're like, wait, where's the detergent go? Does the detergent come included? It's a regular tap water bottle. I mean, if there's nothing extraordinary in terms of what you put on the inside, but it's that output that changes exponentially.
It's a game changer.
15 minutes of continuous steam.
15
Look
minutes.
How strong that
and that's
steam
if you just held the button all 15 minutes. I don't do that. Now, here's another tool. This is our glass cleaning attachment. You're going to notice right here, it's got a squeegee on the front of it. When I press the trigger, you can see that steam coming out there right there, okay? Now, mirrors can be a nightmare to clean, okay? Because you have to go over them time and time and time again to get rid of. We got fingerprints on this. We got toothpaste on this. Oh, it's early. All that stuff on here. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one pass. Ready? Here we go. And done. Okay. Now, take a look.
Wait a minute. So you cleaned it with steam, the powerful output of steam.
Look at this.
But you dried it at the same time.
At the same time.
Totally one attachment.
Yeah, and look at this. Look at this. You can see my fingerprint streaks on there. I mean, that is totally dry right now. That's the power of steam. This is even harder to do. This is a section of a bathroom stall, okay, from one of the your shower stalls, okay? Now, what I'm going to do with this is, I like to spend a little bit more time on these. I'm going to start way back here, okay? And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let the moisture from the steam start to work on this. Soften it up a little bit as I'm going back and forth, okay? Then I get a little bit closer. Now the heat from the steam is starting to do its job, okay? And you can see it.
Melting.
You can see it melting. It's emulsifying it is what it's doing. Now watch this. For my third pass, okay, we're going to let the pressure, 43.5 pounds of pressure. Ready? Here we go.
Lou, you better stop it.
Boom! Look at that.
Don't you want your doors, your windows, your mirrors to look like that?
Yeah. And you can use this indoors. You could use it outdoors. You can use it on the windows on your house, the windows on your car, any place you want to, in the bathroom, anywhere you want. Look at this. This is such a versatile steamer. And it's really funny, too, because I used to have a ton of chemicals under my sink that we would reach for.
We do.
I don't anymore.
It all. Forget the smell. It's toxic. It's like, why bother? When you can use steam to get it that organic clean, this is what we've been waiting for. For $59.95, can I tell you that price is insane, especially on Flex. That's going to expire at 12 a.m., midnight tonight. $19.98. I think about my glass stovetop, which is impossible to clean.
Yeah.
All the mirrors, the windows, inside and out, the kitchen, the bathroom, the grill. I mean, it's non-stop what we're going to clean. Now, how about, it looks clean, but we're talking about the power
it's not clean. All right. here's something that everybody deals with, okay? You cook chicken, you cut up chicken, you cut up pork, you cut up all these different meats, and you do it on your cutting board, and it soaks into the cutting board. I mean, literally gets into the cutting board. Here's something I haven't told you yet. When you use superheated steam, okay, on any surface, and you hold it there for 10 seconds, I think it's, or 15 seconds, what's going to happen is it's going to neutralize. Take a look at this. This is an independent lab test right here. In 15 seconds of direct contact with a Polti steam cleaner, the following bacteria and molds were neutralized: E. coli, Salmonella, Staph, and other fungi and bacteria.
So that could be on this board.
Oh, it's definitely on the board.
It's
in the board. Watch this now. Okay, this looks kind of nasty. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take my steamer, and I took the hose off. I'm just going direct right now. 15 seconds. I'm just going to go back and forth, back and forth. Now, you can already see what's going on here. That steam, that pressure is getting into the wood, below the surface, deep down inside. You know, if you just clean this off with a scouring pad, you're not going to get in here like the Polti's getting in there. Now, I feel like that's been about 15 seconds or so. Okay, now, that looks pretty good. Watch what happens when I wipe it. Ready? Look at the difference right there. That's a different board. Here's what came off of it, but I really got deep down. So, you know, when you're cutting your turkey at Thanksgiving, you know, when you're making chicken, when you're, you know, all the different things, we're going to be entertaining, we got, you know, people coming over the house, this is the kind of clean you want to present to them with. Now, funny thing, okay, just a few seconds ago, somebody here was talking to me about their kitchen faucet. And how their kitchen faucet is getting a little weird. All right.
Is it the smell or is it the look? Because they both can be a little scary.
A little bit of both. So I'm going to put my hose back on here.
Okay.
There we go. And I'm going to put my lance back on the end of this. See, it's like a rector set.
It's so easy.
You just build the pieces. Now, this is my concentrator right here. Okay. Watch what this is. Watch this is going to do. This is really cool. See what it does? Wow. It takes that steam and it actually puts it out at a right angle like that so I can get into nooks and crannies. Watch this now. This is the thing that everybody forgets about. And this is what we were talking about earlier. Ooh. Your sink looks like it's clean. Okay, your faucets, everything looks like it's clean. Watch what I'm going to do. Take that steam. I'm going to get in underneath here. Now look at this. Look what's coming out there. Now, that is some nasty stuff, and that's what's underneath your fixtures in your house, because you never clean there. You never think to clean there.
You can't get in there. You think water, hitting with water is going to be enough.
It's not going to do anything.
It's not going to touch it.
But look at the way we got in there, and now not only is that clean on the surface, it's clean underneath as well. That's what I'm talking about. How about this right here? If you've got a stinky drain, because a lot of people out there have a problem with their drain where they're like, you know what, there's a funky smell down my drain, and I don't know why.
I put my nose
right
in there. Right?
Exactly.
Before you smell it.
Watch this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the end of this, I'm going to stick it down the drain. If I just pull that trigger, now look what's going on. It's going through both sides of the pipe right here, all the way through the garbage disposal. And the neat thing about this, it's not just cleaning it, it's deodorizing it at the same time. Sanitizing, deodorizing, taking care of all of that at one time. I love that. And I'll do that just every, once a month to mine, just because I get down there, I just do this, get rid of that smell. I love the way that works. And, you don't get like a chemical smell. You don't get like a fruity smell. Right. It actually gives you a clean smell. That's what it is. And a lot of people don't know what that is.
I was just going to say
They don't know what clean smells like.
We don't know what clean smells like, right?
Yeah.
We don't know what sanitizers like.
We don't know what that's supposed to smell like.
Well, now you can do it. We've done it inside the bathroom. We've done it in the kitchen.
Use it outside. Oh, by the way, you get that. See what he's using right there, that steel brush?
Yes.
It's actually a brass brush. You get that as well. There's the glass cleaning attachment that I was using before. Look at the way that works. I mean, it really does an amazing job inside and outside. Now, this is one of my favorite things to clean with mine.
Problem. This is the problem.
Glass top,
yeah.
Well, here's why. When you buy a glass top stove, they look awesome. They're really hard to clean, and you have to be careful because you could scratch it. So they try to sell you all these different cleaners. I got what you need right here, okay? Take a look at this little attachment. It looks kind of like a spatula. That's what we call it. It's a spatula. You can use this. See how the steam comes out of it? It comes out of the ends, just like that. You can use this to take wallpaper off your walls.
Oh, right.
Or you can use it to scrape a flat surface like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. Now watch this. Here's a burnt-on ring around the outside of this. I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to go in here, and I'm going to start scraping on this. And it's amazing. I'm only going to do half of it, but it's amazing the way this works, because in just a couple of seconds, remember, I'm deodorizing, I'm neutralizing the bacteria that's on here, just like, oh my, just like that.
You know what?
Look at that.
You're wowing, because
there.
Sometimes we just don't see it.
This
is a different kind of clean that you're receiving. 359-640. It's from Polti. I love that it's handheld. It's lightweight. Looks like a tea kettle. Yeah. You can take it from space to space.
I like using the hose on it. You don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, you've got all the attachments that are coming included with it today.
Right.
It truly is easy and effective, most importantly, to get that clean.
Now,
without that, go ahead. Oh.
No. This is that same glass cleaning attachment. What I've done is I put a little terry cloth boot over it. You get this. It's included. The boot comes with, watch this. When I squeeze that trigger, it comes right through. Now, this is awesome for cleaning glass surfaces, but even the backsplash right here, watch what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to take this. Watch this. This is awesome. it gets on that surface. And you could, you know what, it's funny, you could actually do this on your couch if you wanted to freshen the couch with this little attachment on here. I'm just going to go back and forth a couple times. I'm not going to do the grout, I'm just doing the surface, but I want you to see. Boom. Ooh. Look what's on there. Now, if you bake, if you do bacon, if you fry fish, if you fry anything on your stove, this is what's going to happen to your backsplash. That's what you're looking at right there. So you really want to get something like this, get up in there. It looks clean, but it's not clean until it's Polti clean, all right? Let's move over. Oh, I got another one back here. We're going to move back over here. Now, this is a fun demonstration because this toilet looks like it's clean. And a lot of people would go up to this toilet and go, yeah, it's perfectly clean. There's no problem here, right? Watch this. See that right there? This is a black light. The black light shows us where there's dirt that wasn't there before. Look at that. All right? So even though it looks clean, it's not. I'm going to take my Polti unit right here, and I'm just going to spray this for 30 seconds or so, 15, 30 seconds.
If you hold it for 30 seconds, it's going to kill the staph and the E. coli.
15 seconds. It's staph, E. coli, salmonella, and that's from an independent third-party laboratory test as well. Not just me saying that. Yeah, Gibraltar Laboratories.
Gone out and done a test. Fungi, bacteria, the salmonella, the staph, the E. coli, all those germs, molds, neutralized.
We're good here. Now, here's what I'm going to do. Watch this. I'm going to take my cloth. I'm just going to dry it.
Okay.
You know, because when you do the test, you want to make sure it's dry. All right. So that's dry now. Now watch this. I'm going to take the flashlight. I want you to see the difference. Nothing on the top. I didn't do the bottom. Can you see it on the bottom there?
Yes.
But the top is perfectly clean. That's the big difference right here. See there? There you see. There's some funky stuff right there. But we come back at the top. Nothing.
Which one would you like? Because I tell you what, thank you.
I'm going with this.
So if you're ready for this one, it's time to get this
I'm going with that.
morning.
You know, for your kitchens and those sort of things, let me take my putting the hose back on again. Okay. That's the nice thing about this too. Is that
you see how easily it moves going from one to the other?
Back and forth, so simple, and you're getting so many attachments with this. Okay, we got this back on here. Okay, this is a big one. I had a cold about a month ago. Okay. And one of my friends was like, she's a nurse, and she says to me, "Have you thrown away your toothbrush?" And I'm like, what are you talking about throwing away my toothbrush? Why would I do that? Your germs get on these. Here's the other thing. If you don't want to throw it away, watch this. Just hold this on here for 15 seconds. It's going to kill the germs. It actually neutralizes the germs, and it cleans that toothbrush right off. Nobody ever thinks to do that, but guys, it's something you need to do every once and again to keep that toothbrush fresh, get the germs and the bacteria off of it. The fixtures, okay? When you have those beautiful chrome fixtures in your bathroom, just hit them with this. Watch what it's going to do. Look what's coming off of this. Watch this. It's going to drip into the sink here. See the nastiness that's coming off of there? And in just seconds, I can get all that off of this using the power of steam. And no chemicals. I don't have to buy anything else. I mean, I'm just using tap water in this. And that's because we've got that steel boiler inside of the Polti that nobody else has. Look at that. And then I just give it a quick wipe right here. And, I mean, look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous.
You know what's interesting, Lou?
Just take seconds.
When you think about those fixtures, certain ones, you can't use certain cleaners because it'll take the finish off. This is ordinary tap water, and it's the powerful output of steam. That's what it does, and that's the difference when it comes to being clean. It's Polti clean now, and I'm going to tell you, you will be surprised when you start using this. You put on these different attachments, you start hitting that trigger with ordinary tap water. You're like, what is that?
This is one of my favorites.
Out?
Watch this. Nobody ever thinks to do this, but this is the slider.
No.
Can you see what's going on? You'll see it in a second, folks. Hello! Look at the end right there. I'm going to stop just so you can see what came out of this. Watch this. You see what's coming out of the end of this right here? If you go down the slide just like that, you're going to be amazed at how much gunk and grime and dirt and nastiness is inside underneath the slider. Mold. You get mold, you get mildew, you get all kinds of stuff. A lot of people say to me, hey, listen, the track for my shower, the doors, it doesn't work anymore. It's really sticky. You know why it's sticky? Because you haven't cleaned it. Okay, nobody ever thinks to clean it. So watch this. Take the brush, you get a nylon brush, and you get the metal brush. We're going to use the nylon brush. And just go down the track. It's going to break up the calcium. It's going to break up the soap scum. You know, anything that's inside of this, it's going to get it out of there. Now watch this, watch this. It still looks like it's a little nasty in there. I'm going to take that. Look at that. I mean, that's like when it was new, that's what it looked like. Okay, one more thing right here. For the fixtures in the bathroom, you know, you can use that nylon brush right there. Get in there on those fixtures, a beautiful chrome. Look at that. And you know, you don't want to use chemicals in the bathroom. Why? Because it's the smallest room in the house. You're just going to choke when you go in there. Look how gorgeous that is. Just did that in a couple seconds.
That's super shiny. Really quickly, let me just tell everybody, there's a reason we've sold over 8,000 of these, of this particular model. It's less than $60, $20 savings this morning. Can you show us really quickly
I'm doing it. I'm getting up here. Watch this. I want you to see what steam
is going to do. You've seen the cleaning, but watch this. It's at least an inch thick of ice. It's blasting
43 PSI right there. That's what that looks like. More pressure than I have in the tires on my truck. Look at that. And that's what you're getting with this. You're getting the power of steam. You're getting all that pressure. Because like they say in Italy, it's not clean until it's Polti clean.
I tell you. This is unlike those other cleaners. It has an aluminum alloy boiler, which gives you that power, that gives you that steam up to 15
where the power's coming
minutes.
from.
Ooh, that's hot stuff.
Isn't that something? That's what's inside of this.
Well, you're going to be back at 2 p.m.
2 p.m. I'll be back.
But you've got until 12 before that flex goes away. For less than $20, you get the power.